By the vote of 102 to 19, we have approval for a transformed governance model for the organization that will enable us to more effectively and efficiently deliver on our life-saving mission. Those words were delivered to our National Assembly just 1 month ago. Last spring, we were introduced to the 6 basic principles of transformation, which outline where we currently were and in which direction we were moving in order to become closer to that mission. Of those 6 principles, there were a couple that stood out more to me than the others. They were putting the customer's needs and experiences at the center, and identifying role clarity by aligning our expectations and our accountabilities. Why? Because those same transformative practices were happening with what I was doing on a daily basis. I work in the research department on Cancer Prevention Study 3. CPS-3 is the Society's 4th research study, and through these studies, we have found links between smoking and lung cancer, obesity and over 12 different cancers, the correlation between early death and sitting time, and a myriad of other findings. These same findings have set the Society apart from other charities and cancer resources. How did transformation work for us? You know the phrase, a whole is equal to the sum of its parts? Sure, we may be superstars in our own individual right, but if we are failing as a collective unit, how successful are we truly? First, we took a look at our common goals. We wanted to enroll volunteers into our study, a cohort of which has never been done to this magnitude before. We wanted to help ensure long-term constituent engagement with the Society. And we wanted to make research history yet again and put us that much closer to finding a cure for cancer. Once we had our goals established, then we created an implementation team made up of regional leadership from each division to help guide and incorporate the objectives of CPS-3 to their respective divisions. We identified internal champions like Nancy Yaw from the Great Lakes Division to help establish a peer-to-peer network to assist with implementation and to spark conversation on how we can effectively incorporate CPS-3 into our existing programs and services that we already offer. Even though each region is aware of their individual responsibility, they are working hard together towards our national accountability and to make this a society success. As a result, cross-divisional communication has increased, which is allowing us to see which methods work more efficiently and which perhaps don't. This meant identifying and adapting to change and growing to fit the needs of the communities, not the other way around. You see, this is what makes CPS-3 such a great working example of how transformation can work and how it can make a difference. Now, I am fortunate enough to say that I work with quite a few geniuses up on the 6th floor. However, in reality, this process was not an act of supreme intelligence. Rather, this was just a process of the divisions, the local staff, and our volunteers being willing to partner together with us and collectively work towards something that was very important to all of us. I believe that the passion of each person who has been involved with CPS-3, past and present, is no different from the passion that each one of you has. By working together as one transformed society, we can put our shared focuses together and streamline our visions for that common goal of saving over 1,000 lives per day domestically and as many as 10,000 lives per day globally. Having those clear lines of responsibility and accountability should not be something that we fear, but rather something that we should embrace. When thinking about how transformation can make a difference, I ask that you think about those that you come into contact with every day, be it professionally or personally, who are going through their cancer experience. And some of us in this room may have our own. Then envision how we can work together more efficiently and therefore more effectively towards our shared goals. This is how transformation makes a difference. Take it from someone who has a best friend who is a 2-time cancer survivor and an aunt who is currently going through treatment and hoping to transform from simply surviving to being a survivor. I know firsthand the impact of putting their experiences and needs at the center. It gives me great pleasure to know that I am their source of information and that there are people in this building who are my source. Our responsibility is to ensure that the society continues to have that value in communities and in people's individual lives. Doing so will require transformation in action, not only to ensure more birthdays, to become the global leader in a cancer-free world. Thank you.